Let's look at what appears to be introduction of the essay and analyze it in a little bit more detail. And let's start with ideas. There are some really good ones here. So, for example, cheating has always been a problem on campus. Cheating is becoming easier in online environments. Cheating takes many different forms. But some of them could be slightly further developed. So, for example, I think it would be useful to have a definition of academic offences and maybe plagiarism. It could be mentioned how prevalent the problem of plagiarism is. There are some statistics mentioned later in the main body of the essay, but probably the introduction would be a more appropriate place for this. It could be useful to compare numbers of students plagiarizing in traditional environments and online to actually evaluate how valid the claim that the internet has made it easier for students to plagiarize is. Good as the ideas might be, their organization does not seem the most effective, and I think that's the main problem of this particular section of the essay. Before I explain that in a little bit more detail, I'd like to reiterate that this may be the first time that the student has written an academic essay. And it's important to acknowledge that they attempted to follow certain conventions. It is clear that they are taking into account, or they have taken into account how the essay is usually organized. They are trying to implement what they have been learning in class. For example, how to structure the introduction by starting with background information that then you have to find some kind of a niche or a problem, and then specify how the essay is going to address this problem. So there is evidence of growing awareness, but implementation is still problematic. So let's look at it now, at the organization. The essay starts quite well, so it outlines certain benefits brought by the internet to life and to education in particular. Then the drawbacks are signaled straight away in the second sentence by the use of the word of the linker, however. What follows is an extension of the idea from the first sentence, according to which the internet provides convenient ways of studying. The last sentence of the first paragraph presents the problem of academic offences. It is introduced by the linker therefore, which is used to express a cause and effect relationship. It seems to indicate that the increase in academic offences online is a direct result of posting homework online, which seems implausible. The causes are certainly more complex. It seems like some reorganization is needed to ensure that the ideas flow more smoothly. The benefits should be mentioned first, followed by the observation that there are challenges, one of which is the problem of academic offences and plagiarism. Attention needs to be paid to linkers because at the moment they are used slightly mechanistically. The problem with organization of ideas becomes even more apparent when we look at the second paragraph. First of all, it has a heading, Online Academic Offences in University, which is unusual in an introduction, especially a short introduction. Second, the structure of this paragraph duplicates the structure of the first paragraph. So the quote starts with opportunities and moves on to talk about challenges, which makes the reader confused as we seem to be going in circles. What is needed then is complete reordering of ideas and also more conciseness in expressing them, as the introduction in its present form is too long for an essay of around 1,000 words. The first part of the introduction should briefly outline the opportunities as the background of the essay, while the second part should follow up by pointing out related challenges, narrowing them down to academic offences, and the purpose of the essay is expressed, but its clarity is compromised by the incorrect use of the word realize and then experience. A brief outline would be beneficial too, as it would help the reader develop expectations of the content and structure of the whole essay.